Hello, my name is Curtis Morrison. I'm a partner with Morrison Urena L.C. This video is a June 11th, 2022 update on our Sonny, Santos, and Wilson lawsuits for family preference visa categories. Basically, I think it is important to take a snapshot in time to explain where these three lawsuits were, where they are now, and where they are going, okay? So first, for those of you who do not know about these three lawsuits, they were filed in the Eastern District of New York in August and September of 2021, and they are signed to Judge Brian Cogan. They were initially filed as vehicles to challenge and remove a State Department policy called the Tiered Approach Prioritization Scheme that was a specific barrier for family preference visa categories and other visa categories as well. Including like the diversity visa program and employment visas. For those of you new to immigration terms, family preference visa categories are categories that the Immigration and Nationality Act does not recognize as immediate family categories. For example, under the Act, a spouse or child of a U.S. citizen is an immediate family category. But a spouse or child of a green card holder is a family preference category, usually known as F2A or F2B. While the law has long been more favorable to immediate family categories over family preference categories because of the visa bulletin, under the Trump administration, basically, the administration exploited this distinction using prioritization schemes to virtually suspend immigration of family preference categories. And they got away with it until they didn't, right? Until they're gone, you would think. Unbelievably, the Biden administration adopted the prioritization scheme strategy that was designed to throttle lawful immigration to the United States. So most recently, in November 16th, 2021, Secretary of State Antony Blinken sent the first of a series of cables creating a new prioritization scheme called the Recalibration policy. That policy, what it does is it prioritizes non-immigrant visa categories, such as student and work visa categories, that they are prioritized over family preference categories, okay? So now it is more important to the United States to issue non-immigrant visas to students and visitors and employment visas than it is to issue visas to spouses and children of green card holders. This is a new development. Relatively, it's 6 months ago, 7 months ago, something like that, and we don't think it's lawful. So since that cable allegedly rescinded the tiered approach prioritization scheme that was challenged by these three lawsuits, what we are doing now is asking Judge Cogan to allow us to leave to amend our complaints to challenge the latest rendition of Biden's attempts to throttle legal immigration for family preference categories. We filed that motion very late Friday night, attaching a memorandum in support and a proposed amended complaint, a couple appendixes that had the list of the plaintiffs and also the party section, because there's so many plaintiffs, there's hundreds of plaintiffs. While our first duty is to our named plaintiffs, in Sonny, Santos, and Wilson, it is important to note that these lawsuits are challenging the lawfulness of Biden administration policies. In my view, this challenge to the administration's recalibration policy is an extremely significant step in undoing the Trump administration's goals, Stephen Miller's goals, that were adopted by the Biden administration to throttle legal immigration. So these lawsuits are important, okay? The fact that the Biden administration has monstrous policies designed to hurt families, that should be newsworthy. However, you will not see this talked about much on the news because Democrats have an interest in saying that Biden is distinct from Trump, and Republicans have an interest in saying Biden is pro-immigration. And so nobody wants to tell this story. There's not an appetite for a story that demonstrates how Biden is just as bad as Trump on immigration. If you're a journalist and you want to prove me wrong and tell this story, hit me up. We literally have hundreds of families who are plaintiffs in these 3 lawsuits who are ready to tell their stories. Interestingly, maybe it's not obvious, these are families that are separated where the petitioner lives in the United States. So we have hundreds of families spread across the United States that are ready to talk to journalists for local stations too. So if you're a journalist and you want to help get this story out, get with me and I will connect you to people that want to talk to you, okay? Anyway, the proposed amended complaint is a consolidated complaint as well. We asked the government and they agreed. Consolidating the 3 complaints into one is in the interest of judicial efficiency. So what that means from here on out, Sonny, Wilson, and Santos will just be known as Sonny. If you were a Wilson or Santos plaintiff before, if Judge Kogan grants this motion, allows us to amend our complaint, you will become a Sonny plaintiff. So, and the same for Santos. So the government response to this motion for leave is due by July 11th, 2022. And we get to reply to their opposition by July 21st. There is not a hearing scheduled on this motion at this time. If there would be one, it would be after July 21st. Judge Kogan can issue an order on the motion with or without a hearing. He has that right. A frequently asked question I get is, will the deadline for the judge to issue this order, what will that deadline be? And simply, federal judges do not have deadlines, okay? However, Judge Kogan is a great jurist, and we are hopeful that he understands how long these immigration journeys have already been unlawfully delayed, and the visas have been unlawfully withheld, okay? And he takes that into account. So, I hope that this video has given you some insight on where we are with Sonny, Santos, and Wilson, and where we are going. I'm hoping that we can look back at this video and say, oh, that's when Curtis said this would happen. This lawsuit is going to disable this recalibration policy. That is my hope and my prediction. And Secretary Blinken, we are coming for you, okay? So stop trying to throttle legal immigration and we will stop suing you, by the way. That concludes my video. Thank you. Hi, this is Curtis Morrison. If you like this video, like and subscribe. Thank you.